It's very easy to sell a fixed asset with a sales invoice in Business Central. And let me show you how this works. So first, let's go to the list of fixed assets to check the asset that we're going to sell. And let's take warehouse lift, because I only have a few assets with a book value. And of course, the asset that I'm going to sell should have a book value. So in this case, you can see that the book value is 6,193. All right. So suppose that we found a customer that would like to purchase the warehouse lift, then you can simply create a sales invoice. So let's select a customer. In this case, let's take customer 20,000, Trey Research. There we go. And just like you can sell items and services to a customer, you can also sell a fixed asset. Now first, let's set the posting date to April 30. And this also has a specific reason, because the sales, so the disposal of a fixed asset, should have the latest posting date. And remember, in one of the previous lessons, I've posted depreciations on April 30. So the sales should have the posting date of at least April 30 or later. So in this case, let's use April 30. There we go. Then I will select fixed assets. And like we just said, let's sell the warehouse lifts. All right, so in this case, I will enter quantity of 1. And let's take, let's use a unit price of 6,100. So that's the price that we charge to the customer. Okay, so that's the only thing that you have to do in Business Central. So next I can now click on Post, and I can post the sales invoice. Okay, so everything is posted, and instead of checking the posted sales invoice, let's go and have a look at the fixed assets. So I will go to Fixed Assets, and let's open the warehouse lift. Okay, so here you can see now that the book value is set to 0. If you're using the list view, then you can also see here the disposed of field. So you can see now that this field is automatically checked, which means that the asset is of course disposed of, as you can see. But I'm also interested in what Business Central posted to the different ledgers. So let's check the statistics. So I will go to Navigate, Fixed Assets, and then Statistics. So here you can see now the statistics with, for example, the proceeds on disposal, so the price, the sales price. And you can also see here the gain and loss. So this is, of course, also very interesting, because the fixed asset had a specific book value. And based on the price that you can sell an asset for, you will have a gain or a loss. And in this case, we have a loss. So the 93 is a loss that we made on selling the fixed asset. So let's double check this. So I will click here. You can see now that the fixed asset ledger entries are displayed with the invoice, the gain loss, as you can see here, with the amount. And let's navigate on the line. So here you can see now all the entries Business Central created when posting the sales invoice. And you can see that there are also 4 GL entries, and that's what I'm interested in. So let's click here on the 4. And here you can see now what Business Central posted to the general ledger. So first of all, there's 6,1620. So when this is the account on which the loss is posted. So this is the account that is configured in the fixed asset posting group as the loss account. So a loss of 93, so a debit amount. Then you can see here the accumulated depreciations. So you can see here the accounts, by the way, at the top of the page. So these are the accumulated depreciations which are reversed automatically. The same for the acquisition cost, so the equipment account. And then here you can see, of course, the accounts receivable. So this is what the customer should pay to us, 6,100. And this is, by the way, an example of a net disposal. So remember that on the depreciation book card, you can select between gross or net disposal. So this is a net disposal.